player's first big league at-bat is a momentous occasion for any baseball player. It proves that you've made it to the pinnacle of the sport and that all the sacrifices they made in their lives are worth it. But regardless of who you are, a player's first at-bat is always nerve-wracking. While some players are confident from the start, others question if they deserve to be there in the first place. They know that the butterflies in their stomachs will disappear after they get the first pitch of their first at-bat out of the way and are able to get into their routine of being a big leaguer. On July 9, 2005, Adam Greenberg was called on to pinch hit for the Chicago Cubs and make his major league debut against Valerio de los Santos and the Florida Marlins. The 24-year-old stepped into the left-handed batter's box for his first ever at-bat, and the first pitch he saw nearly ended his baseball career. Adam Greenberg grew up in Guilford, Connecticut, where he lettered in baseball, basketball, and soccer for Guilford High School. After an impressive high school career, Greenberg chose to take his talents to the University of North Carolina and play for the storied Tar Heel baseball program. The speedy outfielder quickly made an impact upon arriving in Chapel Hill, being named ACC Rookie of the Year and landing on the freshman All-American team. Greenberg would be the Tar Heel starting center fielder for his sophomore and junior seasons, tallying over 250 career hits and 90 stolen bases. The Chicago Cubs liked what they saw in Greenberg and drafted him in the 9th round of the 2002 MLB draft after his junior season in North Carolina. Coincidentally, Greenberg was taken just 15 picks behind Matt Tupman, who was one of only 16 players in Major League Baseball history to play in just one game and get a hit in his only at-bat. Like most mid-round draft picks, Greenberg had to prove himself in the minor leagues. He'd established himself as a very good contact hitter with the ability to steal a few bags and track down anything in the outfield. After just 2.5 years in the Cubs system, Greenberg received the call to join the big club in July of 2005 for their road series in Florida. Greenberg sat on the bench for a few days, but in the 9th inning of their game on July 9th, he finally got his shot. Manager Dusty Baker called on the young Greenberg to make his major league debut and pinch hit. It was a left-on-left matchup with veteran Valerio de los Santos on the mound. After Greenberg settled in, de los Santos delivered a 92-mile-per-hour fastball to the back of Greenberg's head.
Oh my goodness! Let's hope he's okay.
Greenberg immediately clutched the back of his head and fell to the dirt. The pitch had dazed Greenberg, and he believed that his head was split open.
I grabbed my head instantly because I really felt like I was holding it together. My head swelled up, I thought it was cracked open. I couldn't control my eyes, they rolled in the back of my head.
De los Santos had heard the devastating noise that the ball had made and feared the worst.
It was a loud, echoing thud.
Going down the way he went, the first thing going through your mind is this guy's dead.
As a result of the pitch, Greenberg had suffered a concussion and was placed on the disabled list for the remainder of the season. He experienced vertigo, headaches, nausea, and double vision, and for a period of time was unable to sit upright or tie his shoes without losing his balance. While he was in the hospital initially recovering, de los Santos was one of the first to call and make sure that he was alright.
He told me that he was fine, everything was fine, so I went home. I slept pretty good that night. But the next day, when I talked to my cousin, that he told me, no, that Greenberg, last night they had to take him to the hospital. For me, it was like, oops.
Greenberg returned to the field in 2006, but it wasn't the same. He struggled to hit above the Mendoza line and was released by the Cubs in June. The Royals and Angels each gave him a shot to play in 2007 and 2008, but he put up average AA numbers. And by the end of the 2008 season, he was playing independent baseball for his local Bridgeport Bluefish in Connecticut. While playing for the Bluefish in 2011, Greenberg faced de los Santos for the first time since his injury.
He throws a pitch in at my hip, and it cuts right back over the plate. I step out, and I'm like, game on.
3 pitches later, Greenberg got a measure of vindication with a single to right.
If I never make it back to the major leagues, that single at-bat is the biggest at-bat of my career. Because for him and I, that was a major league setting. Nothing else was going on. There was nobody there, there was no fielders, nothing was going on except he and I.
In 2012, an online petition was started to have Greenberg get another at-bat in the major leagues and to have him try and get a fair opportunity to live out his dream and get an official at-bat and possibly a hit. The Miami Marlins, the same team who he played his only major league game against 8 years prior, signed Greenberg and allowed him to dress for their last game of the 2012 season. Greenberg came in to pinch hit in the bottom of the 6th inning against Mets ace R.A. Dickey, who would go on to win the 2012 Cy Young Award.
Captain Adam Greenberg. Greenberg pitching.
R.A. Dickey on the mound, Adam Greenberg in the box, and here we go. First pitch, strike one.
You knew he had to take a pitch. Words can't describe that last moment.
All the adrenaline, all the excitement that's got to be going through Adam Greenberg right now. Dickey, 0-1 pitch. And Greenberg takes a swing and a miss. And he's behind in the count, 0-2. Fred Van Dusen, the only other big league player ever to get hit by a pitch in his only major league at bat. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out. But you know what? He made it back. He got his one at bat, and the crowd comes to its feet again.
He had his hacks, and R.A. Dickey pitched him like a big leaguer.
Greenberg would strike out on 3 pitches to the knuckleballer, and Dickey would go on to win the NL strikeout crown by just 1 single strikeout. Greenberg would continue to play for Team Israel in the 2013 World Baseball Classic, but retired from professional baseball in early 2014. While Adam Greenberg did not get a major league hit, his sheer perseverance and determination to keep playing the game he loves for so long after a life-altering injury is an inspiration. He is a symbol for not staying down after getting hit, and an inspiration for ball players everywhere.